year after year, she turns out an amazing sculptor. So she's done a great job. Please make sure that when you look at the sculpture, you're looking for the 13 hearts that are hidden in the sculpture. They represent the 13 nutrients that are found in milk. A big, big thank you to our dairy industry here in the state of Illinois for sponsoring the Butter Cow. And now I would like to introduce our Illinois County Fair Queen, Johanna Folker.
Hello everyone, my name is Jonna Fulcher and I am the 2025 Miss Illinois County Fair Queen. This past summer I've had the privilege of traveling to 31 county fairs while promoting Illinois agriculture, the importance of county fairs, and of course advertising for our wonderful state fair here in Springfield. I am very thankful for all the volunteers that make this fair come to life year after year, so we're really excited to see what this Butter Cow looks like this year, and if you happen to see me around the fairgrounds, come say hi. I'd love to chat and get some pictures. So here's to a great state fair for 2025. Thank you.
Super job, Jonna. Thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to ask to the microphone Kendra Anderson with Midwest Dairy. She does an incredible job year after year, and she's responsible for everything you see here in the dairy building. Big round of applause for Kendra.
Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. I'm Kendra Anderson, Manager of Farmer Relations at Midwest Dairy. On behalf of the Illinois dairy farmers, I'd like to invite everyone to visit the dairy building during the 2025 Illinois State Fair. Midwest Dairy is proud to be a longtime partner of the Illinois State Fair, and we're excited to unveil this year's butter sculpture inspired by the 2025 fair theme, Adventure Awaits. New this year, we're also sponsoring a companion sculpture that adds another layer of creativity and storytelling to this iconic tradition. After visiting the Butter Cow, visitors can explore the Cozy Cow Lounge, where they can relax and learn how Illinois dairy farmers prioritize cow care. And of course, it wouldn't be a visit to the dairy building without delicious treats. Fairgoers can enjoy cream puffs, milkshakes, soft-serve ice cream cones, and ice-cold milk, all proudly made with local dairy. Again this year, we're thrilled to bring back the flavor of the fair. This year's pick is chocolate chip cookie dough, rich vanilla ice cream loaded with nostalgic cookie dough chunks. And speaking of new, this year we're teaming up with Flam Orchards in Cobden, Illinois for the strawberries in our delicious strawberry milkshakes. We're proud to support Illinois agriculture and the hardworking farmers who make it all happen. We can't wait to welcome you to the dairy building at the 2025 Illinois State Fair. See you here.
Thank you so much, Kendra. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the governor of the great state of Illinois, Governor J.B. Pritzker, a man who has made unprecedented investment in youth and agriculture in the state of Illinois, as well as the Illinois State Fairgrounds. As you walk around the grounds, please pay attention to the investments that have been made in these fairgrounds. They are truly, truly unprecedented. And while Adventure Awaits is the theme of this fair, my personal theme will be a little less JC and a little more JB.
Okay, all right, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and welcome to everybody that's joined us today. I want to say MK and I are truly so excited to be here for everything that the State Fair has to offer. We are every year, and this year especially. I want to thank Director Costello, who is doing just an outstanding job running our Department of Agriculture and as a promoter of the state of Illinois and its agriculture industry. Really thank you for everything that you do. Rebecca Clark, what can I say? I mean, every year the fair gets better and better. I do not know how you do it, but you must spend a lot of time in the first half of the year after the fair getting ready for the second half of the year, because it truly is spectacular. So thank you. And Kendra, of course, the Midwest Dairy Association. You guys, every year, not only do we enjoy coming here, but also to see you and see what the dairy industry is doing for the state of Illinois. A big congratulations to Jonna Fulcher, our Illinois County Fair Queen. We've had a chance to be together at a few other events, and You're an excellent presenter. You're also somebody that I think the whole state can be proud of as representing the interests of our ag industry, not to mention the entire state of Illinois. So thank you. I want to recognize, of course, the sculptor, Sarah Pratt, who every year outdoes herself. And, this is the 9th year for this sculptor creating this butter cow. And we're unveiling it, of course, at a moment when I think we all recognize how important it is this summer that people enjoy themselves, and it's the great way to kick off our summer state fair. Illinois, is an agricultural powerhouse state. We truly are, and we also are a state that has a real artistic spirit, and the unveiling of the butter cow sort of represents both of those things to all of us, not to mention, of course, the kickoff of a lot of fun. Today we unveil our state's 104th butter cow. It's a tradition that dates back to the 1920s. This year's state fair theme is Adventure Awaits. You've heard that, but our butter cow, you'll see, includes a companion. It's an adventurer seeking hidden treasure across the fairgrounds. Indeed, this year will be chock full of adventures and treasures for the entire family. Music and entertainment, food and drinks, rides and contests, exhibits and displays, concerts. There will be an opportunity for everyone to experience, to learn, to grow, and we're, again, proud to be able to present that not just to Illinoisans who come here to Springfield to enjoy themselves, but also to people who come from around the country to see what Illinois has to offer. So once again, thank you all very much. Before the big unveiling, I want to remind you that tomorrow, I hope you'll join us. Tomorrow morning at the main gate will be the official opening of the 2025 Illinois State Fair, and we're going to have a lot of fun there. With that, it's time for the big moment, the unveiling of the 2025 butter cow. So I'm going to invite the First Lady to join me as we lift the veil. Here's the butter cow, so I'll get out of the way as fast as I can. Jeremy. Let me be clear, they're welcome. These lawmakers are welcome in the state of Illinois. So are Texas Rangers. They can go visit the lakefront in Chicago. They can come to the state fair, but they're not arresting and taking anybody away from Illinois. As to the FBI, there is no federal law that prevents the legislators from Texas from coming to the state and spending their time here and breaking quorum in the state of Texas. There's been a civil warrant issued by none other than the Republican Speaker of the House of Texas. A civil warrant, as you know, does not allow the Texas Rangers or anybody in Texas to grab anybody outside of the state of Texas. So we're very proud to have them here. Frankly, they're heroes. These are people who are standing up for democracy, and we're going to do everything we can to protect them while they're here in our state. So, as you know, as you pointed out, there was a bomb threat this morning at a hotel that some of them are staying at. Last night there was a right-wing podcaster who took a video of where they're staying, posted it, put a map up to point out exactly what hotel they're at. That happened before the bomb threat was issued. And I have to say, we've had to react from a law enforcement perspective here in the state by calling our state police, local law enforcement, making sure that they're protecting the people who are staying at that hotel, including the Texas visitors that we have. And so that's state law enforcement. Whenever there is a law that is broken, and a law was broken, they're doing an investigation. They're going to seek out hunt down and find the perpetrators. Yes, sir. It's never too late, Peter. And the truth is that, we're going to think about all the options. We've already taken one of those options, I think you're aware, which is about 6 weeks ago, I talked about the possibility that Texas House Democrats would, in fact, have to leave their state. And I made it clear to them, and as I have for the last 6 weeks, that they're welcome in the state of Illinois. They took us up on that invitation. They could have really gone anywhere. I think they chose Illinois because they know that we will protect them, that there's a safe haven here in the state. And so I'm very proud to have them.
Governor, you said last night on TV that Illinois' current maps are legal. But how do they comport with your promise to sign a fair map? And how are Illinois' current maps good?
Look, I think we should have an independent commission. We should have one nationally so that there's no dispute about it. But when they throw the rule book out, as Donald Trump and Greg Abbott have, when Republican states are more often gerrymandering than Democratic states are, and when Democratic states have already, some of them had independent commissions, it seems like all bets are off. We've got to consider all the options when they're trying to take democracy away. Look, there are 5 districts in Texas that Donald Trump says he is entitled to have turned over to Republicans. You know what those 5 districts are? They're 5 districts that are legal under the Voting Rights Act, that are represented by black and brown people and represent black and brown people. And I might say that when we passed our maps here, fully legal, compliant constitutionally and with the Voting Rights Act. And so I'm very proud of that fact, and proud of the fact that the people of Texas, the Democrats from Texas that are here, are standing up for the democratic principles that we believe in the state of Illinois. John.
But the president said they did it to us. Didn't Illinois do it to the Republicans? Like you signed
This is you all know that there is a decennial census that takes place in this country, and right after a decennial census, you redraw the maps in a state. It happens. Sometimes it gets done more politically, sometimes it gets done by an independent commission, but it happens. Usually, in this case, it was in 2021. The truth is that now you've got Donald Trump and Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton and John Cornyn all saying that, oh, no, we're going to break the rules. We're going to go in the middle of the decennial, the decade that we're in, and we're going to redistrict in 2025. They're only doing that for one reason. It's because they know they're going to lose in 2026 if they don't breach the rules, if they don't cheat. And we know that especially Donald Trump is a cheater. He's cheated people out of money. He's defrauded people out of money. He's cheated on his wives. He's willing to cheat the American people out of their votes. Ben. Look, first of all, I stand up for our police, always have. We've built an Illinois State Police that's larger than it's been in many, many years. And they deserve to have the same rules applied to them as are applied to police all over the state of Illinois. And that's all that this bill did. Secondly, the mayor never once called me, or as far as I know, any legislators, to oppose that bill or to ask for any changes in that bill. And, when a municipality that's affected by some piece of legislation doesn't speak up about it, opposing it, then how can people know that the mayor opposes it? And he didn't until, after it passed. I know that some of the members of his administration have said so. I really don't know that the mayor himself opposes it. What I know is that we have helped the Chicago police get fairness in their contract. Yes, sir. I absolutely favor, if we can get rid of any kind of partisan gerrymandering across the entire United States all at once, I absolutely favor that. Let me remind you that when Nikki Budzinski was running in her district for the very first time, when Eric Sorensen was running. These are all in 2022. Everybody said those were competitive races. So you can't tell me that these were drawn so that only Democrats could win. There are often races, there are certainly areas where you're probably not going to have a lot of competition because there is no way to draw a map that is hyper competitive. But those are two examples of, even you reported on the competitive nature of those races. And so I think we have to all remind ourselves that just because a map ends up with one party having more seats than another does not mean that it was gerrymandered or that there was anything wrong with what happened. But I'll remind you that there are two reasons why what they're doing in Texas is wrong. First, they're violating the Voting Rights Act. And second, they are redrawing these maps in the middle of a decade when they should have and could have stuck to the map that they put in place in 2021, which is, I admit, in court now, but it's the one that people have been getting elected on, well, for the last 4 years. Sir, I want to call, yeah. Yes, sir. You know, I haven't looked at it. I honestly, these are rules of the House that they'll have to determine for themselves. I understand, but I mean, I think the House will make a determination about what they want. Put that out. As you said, there's a bill. I haven't looked at it. I don't have an opinion about it today. Sure. Oh, sorry, Mike. I haven't gotten anything from Mike. Yeah. I mean, this is more cruelty from an administration that consistently demonstrates that it does not care about people, that it will bring cruelty to an issue that frankly requires us to have some regard for humanity. You can see what happened. Alligator Alcatraz is, I mean, it's reprehensible what they're doing. It's also reprehensible that they take people off the streets, that you don't get your family doesn't get notified, right? Your habeas corpus rights are taken away, and you end up in a gulag in El Salvador. This is just more of the same. Thanks, everyone.
We're going to do a quick group picture here, guys.